striker is duck.
We play 1864 rules baseball. The fieldsman did not wear gloves.
Players can catch it on the mound and it's still an out.
This is my first one and it's a lot of fun. Hey, these guys can hit the ball.
We're not going to argue calls with the umpire or argue calls with one another.
It's very entertaining.
It's a little more intimate.
I humbly present the Sulphur Dell Cup to the Dry-Town boys.
They're not making major league contracts by doing this. It's for the love of baseball.
Good evening and welcome one and all to Light the Night Nashville.
Tonight is a very special night, not only here, but throughout this time of the year, throughout the entire country, where folks come together, bringing inspiration and hope to those that are battling cancers. We have a red lantern if you're a supporter, we have a white lantern if you're a survivor, and we have a gold lantern if you're walking in memory of someone that you've lost.
My sister died of leukemia 4 years ago, and we walk in honor of her. We try to wear purple to honor her memory.
I see a whole lot of gold lanterns out there. We know what they are for, and we are walking for them. We're here to help LLS, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, fund the research, treatment, and patient support that we need to make someday today.
You know, I think it's so important to come out and raise awareness that these funds are critical to help research and help these kids, help these adults.
Survivors, are you ready? Lift your lanterns high. Together, you create a radiant light breaking through the darkness of cancer. A light that is research and hope and possibility. A light that goes beyond one lantern, one person, one community. Someday is today.
The Muslim Women's Council is hoping to arm women against attackers. The group held a 3-hour self-defense class this afternoon at the Islamic Center in Antioch. Fox 17 photojournalist David Dycus takes a look at how it brought women of different religious backgrounds together.
Okay, you ready? Yeah. Okay, you look over your shoulder to make sure it's not my friend.
Yes.
Up and back.
We were trying to get together some ladies to talk about the recent events and attacks on Muslim women from Florida and elsewhere. So we decided to do a self-defense class to kind of give you some ways to combat it.
Hips.
This event is important in general because women are generally victims of violence. But now, unfortunately, women are also dealing with another type of violence, particularly Muslim women, and it's a violence rooted in anti-Islamic bigotry. So this class now is a necessity for us so that we can have a better safe than sorry type of knowledge and know-hand.
You never know. A lot of things going on right now, so we just want to be safe, feel safe.
In self-defense, we do not care if we relocate testicles.
We are being taught by Nashville Krav Maga and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
You'll see women out often by themselves shopping with their children, and anything can happen, so you need to know how to protect yourself. Just got loud.
The goal is to avoid a physical encounter, but to at least know if that occurs, we will have the know-how to kind of get out of the situation.
Okay, but down with your foot, okay? Yes.
Trying to educate ourselves on who our Muslim neighbors are and feel safe with each other to the point where maybe a class like this is not necessary.
No!
Ethan Shannon is 5 years old. He has autism and just started to talk in January. He also was drawn to our TV camera soon after we arrived.
How do we see? Hi.
Ethan goes to therapy 20 hours per week to improve speech, behavior, and increase social interaction.
15 minutes.
To make things a bit more challenging, his mom, is deaf.
I check up on him a lot. We try to keep the doors locked too. And we always try to have a sibling in the room with them, not being left alone. And me being a deaf person, I'm reading somebody's lip and he runs off. So I have to limit my interactions with people out in public. Well, I get a little overwhelmed sometimes, but I just do the best I can with him. We have good days and bad days. So.
I know what's the sense. Sometimes.
I'm not sure what he's saying. What are you saying?
Because sometimes.
Sometimes.
All the time.
Shannon is one of 4 deaf siblings. She says she relies on family and friends in order to take breaks. Babs Tierno is in the same position. She and her husband have 2 children on the autism spectrum. Tierno is also the executive director of Autism Tennessee.
When they move away from a trusted adult, they don't recognize that and then recenter or want to go back to that person. They'll continue to travel, and which creates an alarming situation sometimes.
It's a situation both Shannon and Tierno say have happened to them. So now they're on even more high alert around their kids.